Hey everyone, welcome back to Elite Drag Racing Talk. If you're into street outlaws, NPK, pro mod events, or just high-powered, high-octane action, you're in the right place. Make sure to hit that subscribe button, leave a comment down below, and stay tuned. We've got a ton more content coming your way. Today, we're diving into something that's got the drag racing world buzzing. The ProCharger F4X 144 can move an impressive 5,000 CFM of air, and at full song can produce over 4,000 horsepower and 70 PSI of boost, and how it's shaking up the scene in 2025. You may have seen Shawn Ellington, aka Murder Nova, putting it to the test recently on the 187 Customs YouTube channel. He's been trying out that massive 154mm ProCharger, and while it technically isn't brand new, Ryan Martin actually ran it briefly back in 2022, it's definitely making a comeback. Now Ryan's back on the 144 as well, and we're seeing more and more racers making the switch. The question is it actually worth the upgrade from the 140? Now here's the deal. The 144 does generate more horsepower, no doubt. But there's a trade-off: it draws more power to drive, and it produces a lot more heat. In Shawn's latest video, he mentioned he hasn't gone quicker yet with the 144 than he did with the 140. That's a bit surprising, but it makes sense when you break it down. That these bigger units demand more from the motor. More power in, more heat out. So while you can gain around 150 extra horses, you're also putting more strain on the setup. It's not a free lunch. And here's where things get really interesting. Many racers are cooling their intake air with nitrous systems, spraying straight into the front of the ProCharger to combat that heat. This can definitely boost performance, especially with how hot the intake temps get under full boost. Still, some racers might actually stick with the 140 and use nitrous to cool and boost it instead. Why? Because the 140 is super efficient and doesn't rob as much power to run. Efficiency matters just as much as raw output. That 144 may not offer the giant leap some expect. It's not like you're getting 500 more horsepower overnight. Flashback to the final event of NPK Season 5, Ryan Martin lines up against Jim Howe in round 1. Both were on 36-inch tires, and Jim was pushing 98% overdrive. He actually pulled away from Ryan, who was already running the 144 at that time. And now screw blowers have no cap on overdrive 128% and climbing. On paper, those cars should absolutely dominate. They make serious power. But here's the curveball track prep. Some of the venues last season were rough, and even the top-tier screw blower setups couldn't get down. Same with the ProCharger cars. More power doesn't always mean faster if you can't hook. And with teams now running bigger blowers, nitrous, and lockup converters, all to chase every last bit of speed, it's going to be a wild year. But early in the run, especially on tricky surfaces, that extra power might be more of a headache than a help. So here's the takeaway. The 144 ProCharger is a beast, but it's not a guaranteed win button. It's going to come down to tuning, track conditions, and who can make that extra power actually stick to the track. Let me know what you think. Is the 144 the future, or is the trusty 140 still king with a little nitrous love? Drop your thoughts in the comments, give us a like, and don't forget to subscribe for more drag racing insights. Catch you in the next one.